This is the Benjamin Zulu Global. Welcome our viewers from all over the world to the home of the Heart Matters. We're converging to learn together because when you know better, you can do better. And a better life is what we all want. Better work life, better family life, better personal life.
Yes, and my name is Willie Kinyash, and today we want to talk about why you should marry a woman who loves working. Are we saying this so that we can split responsibilities? No. But there's some growth that comes when you go out there and you keep yourself busy. You're working, you're able to grow, you're able to learn out there. But if you don't love working, then it means you're not ready to grow. So what happens when there is that woman who doesn't want to go out there and work, but she can keep home tidy, smart, everything is running on smoothly, but this person will not go out there and work? Zulu.
Let's start with, we are using work as an axis to measure growth and progress. But there are people who have settled on a very small scale of work. And frequently they are very put together. Especially be careful with the girls who are virgin, born again, saved.
These are the kind of people we are looking for.
And all that. And she's recommended to you as soon as you appear in the scene because everybody knows she's a nice girl and she's single. And then you get to have a conversation. And you suddenly realize she has done the same job for 10 years that pays her the same way. She's earning the same way she was earning when she left Form 4, when she left college. And she's stuck there. She doesn't see it. And she has adjusted her life to a tiny scale of life. And she has a very small circle. She has no exposure. She doesn't value exposure. You should be intrigued when a girl tells you she went to Kisumu just to see Kisumu. It's a good thing. You should feel good when a girl tells you she took a bus to a funny event that she did not have to attend, to a far place, to break all this closeness. And while she was there, she saw other opportunities, other kind of farming happening there, other kind of things. You should look out for a person who every now and then joins a group, they go to Masabi. Every now and then, they break the monotony of circular living. But some have gotten comfortable in circular living. You should hear a person who is following a teacher who challenges them outside to think outside the environment they're in. You should hear things popping in their conversation that intrigue you. And they quote people. You know that person did not come talk to you. You sort out. It's a teacher in America, in Jamaica, someplace. Some good teachers who they follow. You should see a person who their energy feels progressive. But is that another problem with the people who are stagnated but very clean? No baby mama drama, no baby daddy drama, no alcoholism, no dirty past. You know, some people have a very chaotic past. Some people don't have a chaotic past. And that's what deceives you. You think they have no baggage. Because they're just here and they're clean. But they are oddly out of step. And that's what the public can't tell you. The ordinary people can't tell you this person is behind their times. Because really, you don't have to have a lot of money. But you need to be growing. You need to see your skills increasing.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't get money because we are spending it on family. As we said, some people inherit children before they became parents. So sometimes the money people is making from their work and then their career, you see it is going elsewhere. So you may not find them having a car or a bigger house. You may not see signs of money, but you see, for having been outside from the time they graduated, when they were 23, now they're at 33, you see improvement, advancement, growth. But if they are still doing the manual day wage or working at a very minimal, they are frustrated, but they're still doing it. They're still stuck there and they're still complaining. They can hardly afford a decent house, even if it's a single, because what they're being paid is menial. They're living the same way, the entry point they were in. But they are full of religious language. Be very careful. These people quote religious, they attribute everything, everything to some religious cause, some spiritual oppression, some curse, some dream, some prophet, some. And yet you can see a glaring stagnation. But they don't take responsibility for, I think it's my responsibility to do ABCD. No. It's always this or that. And their language is full of throwing responsibility to someone else. Those people are very common, and when we talked about it, many guys said, you know how much you have saved me that? Because I was looking for the name of the problem.
Yeah.
This girl has no, because we attribute sin with sexual problems, isn't it? This girl, no child, no exes, no baggage, no drama, quiet life.
Very clean.
But I still feel uncomfortable. And yet no name for it. I told them, you shall see the following. Because this is how you measure. The men also can have that problem. But with women it is very common, because once I tell you they're virgin, you are over here. Men don't use that word a lot. Even when they're virgin, they don't use that. So when you hear that, it's a very principled person.
Yeah.
Very clean person.
Yeah, in this generation,
you know,
a virgin.
You feel excited.
Yes.
And you feel, okay, clean person. I told them, watch out for another baggage, which is heavier.
That.
There's another baggage which is quiet, but very dangerous. Stagnation. A settled mindset. A satisfaction with smallness. A small, and are you aware that a whole group can settle for smallness? You can find people who that community is so satisfied with small things over many years. There's no problem of starting small. The problem is staying small. That people have stayed small for so long. So this guy now finally got it. It made sense. He said, whenever I discuss projects, she's not excited. She does not add. At this point, she's eager to get married. She's talking about the wedding or whatever. But when I talk about buying new things or achieving or saving towards that, or considering asking our input about this kind of job, what if I upgrade, I applied this, what if I acquired this skill, what if I tried, that's not her yang. She will not engage. Some people don't oppose, but still they don't propose. Be careful.
They're just there.
Be careful. Be careful. Because we are used to black and white thinking. Some people are just gray. The group we are talking today are just gray. They don't oppose your project, but neither will they help you in it. And they will not understand why money is not available, because all of it went to the project. Why you can't do a birthday party because we are trying to buy that plot. Why we can't do a flashy thing, that trip is just to be postponed because we are setting up that business. Because she does not understand the language of investments. You shall not excuse. And others came saying, people have different timelines. We're not saying everybody must be at this point, we are saying, if you have been free as a grown-up for years, we should see proof of progress, isn't it?
Yes.
The proof of progress does not have to be money. Money is part of it. Because every time you're selling skills, you're being compensated. Unless, of course, when people have had challenges with their health, that is a different journey. But even you can see, if they have struggled and overcome, it has seasoned them in a certain way. You understand?
Yeah.
When years pass, you get to see the person evolving. That's how you get to know whether when you start the journey, they will journey with you. So the moment you find that this person is stagnated and they're not excited about moving forward to the next thing, that is a problem by itself, and it's a heavy baggage. Now, again, some people are virgin because they're principled. Others are virgin because nobody wanted them. But anyway, we do not want to underrate that the fact that they can't say no. Some people's life is just empty. I mean, stop overvaluing some of these things. You are giving too many points where they're not even deserving.
Yes.
And just there, it's not a struggle for them to be virgin, because struggle against who?
Nobody should have.
You see, when you're engaging with life, you meet people you like, and they like you back.
Yes.
Because you're always achieving things, and you win admiration. But if you're not achieving anything, who is admiring you?
No one.
So,
I mean, even that gate man.
you know, please, stop thinking virginity. No, stop. You're too narrow. Don't stay there. Come up. What are you doing with your life? Always check. And I told you some of my checkpoints because I was very afraid. If I am restless to be better, and I was coming from mismanagement. Poverty is many times just what?
Okay.
Please, stop using too much politically correct language. Sometimes call things for what they are.
Yes.
It's just what? Mismanagement. I was coming from an environment of irresponsibility, not valuing growth and improvement. Cycles and repeating mistakes. Money would come, money fly. Cows would come, cows die. Crop would come, crop disappear. Rain would come, rain go. Water would come, water go. We don't retain the water, we don't retain the cows, we don't save the money, we don't keep the crop. Now you're telling me, it's poverty. You know, I come from an environment of poverty.
But it is mismanagement.
It's an environment of mismanagement, irresponsibility. I had seen it. People don't want to move on. They never think together to put up better structures. We live in the same dilapidated house all my childhood. A house that leaks every season. You move bed 5 times. When it's raining at night. And when you're moving, you realize the chicken also identify the corner that is safer. Now you're fighting for a corner in the chicken.
So when it starts raining, instead of thanking God, you're asking, why?
My brother, for me, I came up with hypersensitivity towards stagnation and comfort in smallness. What happens if people stay on a small thing? One day the landslide of life buries them. Listen to this. You don't have to move backward to disappear. If you mark time and remain in the same place, life has a way of bringing ever bigger challenges. And the same salary, the same income you're settled with will not be able to handle it. Yeah. That's how you collapse. If you refuse to move forward, you'll be eliminated. That's how life is. I'm told trees, when they stop growing, they start dying. We associate growth with physical increase as humans. But insulin and other growth hormones, when you attain the stature of adulthood, they switch off so that your body does not continue increasing and it's hard to manage. So we think because the physical body stops growing, we also stop growing mentally, emotionally, in terms of understanding and learning. When we stop moving forward, in terms of becoming better people, that's when you start dying. Dying in terms of unable to manage the waves of life. The next wave will be bigger. The next challenge will be bigger. How many times you've heard, even when we were moving to digital, people had been doing manual filing for 30 years, started opposing the introduction of a computer because it would replace 30 of them. And they don't want to learn the computer and go to the next level.
Yeah.
They're just resisting. When Uber came, the physical taxis were fighting. There were even some killed in some places. They don't want they can easily get the phone and join the Uber.
Yes.
But they feel just threatened that some people are moving forward who are used to this one. The customers used to bring themselves there. Oh, calling. They're not calling. They're just taking out the fare is. Why are you charging me 1,000 and the Uber is asking for 320?
Yes.
And you don't want to join the Uber. You want to fight the Uber.
Maybe they would argue they are making more money than Uber.
Yes. You are making, when us as customers, we are oppressed with little options. Now we have more options. We can compare fares and then check which one we can call. And when I call, they'll come where I am.
Yes.
People have gotten comfortable, and I learned that poverty, broke, remaining this is a matter of mismanagement. Miles Monroe got very bitter and said this church, his parents keep telling him to go, is useless. They're going to church and the white don't go to church and they are rich. We go to church and we are poor. So he got angry with God. You only love white people. You give them money. As we are struggling, we go to church 3 times. What is the point? I identified with that. I was also angry. Why are we so religious with so much poverty?
Yeah.
We're even being mocked. Until he said, God gave him a verse that answered all those questions. In Proverbs that says that the rich and the poor, God made them all. So yes. God told him, I did not make rich people or poor people. I made people. Then people make themselves rich
or poor.
Or poor.
Yes.
It's a way you manage your time, your opportunities. The bread is not for this. Time and chance happens to them all. Time and chance is happening to us all.
Yes.
stagnated women will take you to poverty, even without directly being spendthrift. They don't need to be party animals, because you associate irresponsibility with partying. Let me tell you another irresponsibility. This person who mismanages their time in not moving forward, getting better. They are still doing the tiniest, same small job, paying nothing. And they're still coming there every time frustrated but quiet. It's usually because of, I told men, usually the reason, because I've dealt with this kind of women so much, I can tell you what they're suffering from. So that you stop underrating them. Men have deep childhood pain, which they have never gone to heal. They don't value therapy. They don't value therapy.
Yeah.
I was asking one yesterday. She's describing the outrageously self-destructive relationships she's been into, because she's unaware about relationships. Unaware. And I asked her, you know very well you grew without a father. You know very well you are abandoned, abused. Why is it so difficult for you to just walk into therapy? Why don't you use what you're earning? Even if you did 1 session per month. These years you've been working 10. Would you have healed or not?
Yes, you'd have.
Why do they insult the place of healing? They're just ignorant. Why? Because they think other people have it worse. I'm not the worst. I'm not the worst. They think in a way that confuses them. Many of them also have fear, deep-seated fear coming from anywhere. Poverty can inspire fear because you saw things collapse. So you want to maintain one corner. And you defeat fear by learning how to manage risks, how to measure progress, how to take steps. Where do you learn that from? From buying books. How many women are buying books? How many even men? How many people are buying books per month? How many people are attending conferences? People are using all their money on everything and they remain there. You find them, there's no customer and they're staring into space. They're scrolling TikTok and laughing because of memes. They're watching things and laughing. Years are going. This person is working a tiny job they don't like. They can't even buy new clothes. You see them with the same clothes they were wearing 4 years back. They have no instinct. They don't know where bookshops are. Many people don't know that there's a national library in Nairobi. People don't know. But they know Uhuru Park.
They know Jivanji.
They know the idling places.
Yes.
Well, even when I had no money, I would tour the bookshops. I can tell you all the bookshops in town, especially the established ones. So I know bookshops are in categories. We have the academic ones.
Yes.
For school books. Then we have the bookshops for motivationals, and they have dedicated themselves to, even when you go to the normal school books, you may find a few motivational departments there, but a few books are there. But how are you in Nairobi? And you don't know guys like Keswick, guys who are big on books that are motivational, inspirational. You don't know library. Those guys are it's like a bookshop of books. I mean a supermarket of books. So you can go to, this is for these small books, this one, big, classics, international, this, fiction. Do you know even reading the titles, you feel like you have joined a global conversation? I learned that. Sometimes you don't have to buy books. I'll just walk in to read the titles. And they always show the new arrivals.
Yes.
Which direction is being debated most. And the book on top and the back, they always describe. What is this about?
Yes.
By just looking around, you end up finding books that are being disposed at very cheap price. You find others that you can aim at. What are we doing? Well, why would you marry a person who has no instinct to learn, to heal? Healing is painful. You have to reopen wounds that you have suppressed. You have things that you have denied. You have to revisit. That's something that they avoid. So we are talking about a woman who loves working on herself first. We are talking about a person who loves working, and I want to tell you just 3 reasons and I'm gone. If you don't marry a woman who loves progress, working, getting better, they will not allow you to get better. Why? You are moving away from who they can manage, who they can connect with, who they can relate with. They wanted you to remain where they are so that you can relate. The moment you are getting better, you are thinking big ideas, bigger money, bigger projects. You can't converse with her. You have to converse with other people, including women, and she feels out of place. If you don't marry a woman who loves working, even if you're working and providing everything, you will disconnect. It's only a matter of time. That progress you're doing will distance you. The second thing is you will lose emotional support, emotional connection. With time, even the sexual appeal will dry. A survey was done asking men and women. They started with men asking them what they would consider to meet a girl for a second date. Maybe you have talked, video, and then you want to meet either physical date, first date, or virtual. But now you think this is worthy carrying on. Let's meet again. Men give only 3 conditions to meet a woman second time. I should think she's pretty. When I think she's pretty, when I think she's easy to talk to, and when I think she is kind, understanding, that place of kindness, she's not rude to people and all that. So many were giving only 3. And the central one was easy to talk to. When women were asked the same question, they gave 100 things. So it was very hard to filter them. Too many.
Yes.
So mainly it's because they don't conclude quickly. They want to sense a vibe. So they're picking elements of the vibe. Women are sensing at another place.
Yeah.
Do I feel treasure? Do I feel the connection? Do we flow? Do we... She's checking what to balance. Okay, she likes tall people with good hair. This guy is not that tall, doesn't have a lot of hair, but does he make me laugh? Making me laugh. Size of the shoe. Skin tone. Funny things, how he shapes the beard. And many things. Women, a lot of... So, of course, they get clarity with time. So, these guys were only considering after first date. What is the impression?
Yeah.
Men were clear, even after first date. But women, because they're looking at a cocktail, as I told you, women have a lot to lose. They must be comprehensive.
Yeah.
You see, a woman who is careless in choosing a mate, she won't survive in this world. The danger of women in dating is great, extremely great. In fact, many live painful lives and die prematurely because they don't understand that they are at high risk in mate selection. Their position is very bad. Once they leave home, their parents don't expect them back. If they go back, they look like a problem. They don't feel like, when they contain their life here, and they chose carelessly this man, they chose by getting pregnant. I don't know why they do that. They allow emotions to carry, and yet this is a decision of a lifetime. Lifetime, imagine. And it can shorten that life. The second thing, why you need a woman who's working, is that you can continue to have conversations. We said the first one is, you'll outgrow her, she'll become insecure, she will start obstructing you, she wants to keep you at the same place, she will oppose your progress. The second thing is, men value a woman they can talk to, converse. They can have conversations. Men talk about intellectual stimulation, mentally challenge me. That's the language of men. So he wants a woman he can do that with. In order to be able to converse with a woman, she should be then feeding her mind with what is going on, in touch with the current of life, having something, challenges of life, being able to help you deal with the bosses and colleagues, because she also has bosses and colleagues. Remember the other day we said why a woman must be working so she can remain in touch with the world, and so that she can help you build, because she's also building. That you can't take constructive criticism from people who have not constructed anything.
Yes.
She should be a constructor of life to help you construct life. You wanted help, not just in babysitting, although it is part of our job, but you also wanted help in market handling. She should be engaged with the market to know the currents that are happening there, the technological trends. If she's not out there in the world, how will she advise you on how to be out there in the world? Do not allow yourself to be tied with a woman who is comfortable to stay at home. At some point, she will be irrelevant in your life. You can't bring those conversations at home. She won't connect. All right. The third reason you need a working woman is because sometimes you need financial help.
Financial help.
Yes. Sometimes the helper you need, it's not just food.
Money.
Yes. Did you know the value of money is not determined by currency? It's determined by the situation. 2,000 can be a lifesaver if the situation is bad enough. The same 2,000. But where we are, you may say it's more money. Let your woman earn. Most likely it will always be lesser than you, at least for the larger part of life when she's also busy with babysitting and childbearing. Remember that? Many times we marry women who are both younger than us, for most men, of course, at least. And then she has childbearing. So those things will set her behind you quite substantially. Do you follow?
Yeah.
Even when she's very skilled, she has another career,
Yes.
homekeeping. She has other responsibilities of childbearing. She has. And then if you are ahead of her in career and age, it means you have a few stone throws ahead of her. That means she may be earning only small. Don't despise her 20,000 just because you're earning 200. Let her get her 20,000. One day when you are at a corner because you are doing some project and all your money is gone, and you only need 10,000 to sort out that fundi, and he's stuck there with you, he wants his money. You can ask Mama Watoto whether she has
10,000.
and say, yeah, I can get it somewhere. My friend, you will know that is a lifesaver. 10,000. And you are used to 200,000.
Yes.
When situations are bad enough, those small monies, you will need them. Get a working woman so that when you are at a corner, you're not exposed to Shylocks. You don't go to Shylocks and you are being asked to fill forms.
Yes.
So they can be given 10,000. Bring statement, prove this, answer the other, provide contact number 1, contact 2, contact 3.
Because of
They're
10,000.
not undressing you. When a woman is earning her small monies, women are better managers in a general sense. They manage small monies better.
Yeah.
So you may find that with her small earning, she's able to keep up to 100,000. And you, who is earning bigger volumes, it comes and goes.
Yes.
But her, it's only trickle. And the trickle is being managed in a better way. You see her buy a huge thing. You see her bring a Kentuck that you're wondering, with what did you buy this?
Yes.
A merry-go-round of 2,000, but it is 40 women. You know, and it is going twice a month. So this year, my turn.
80,000.
Men don't do those things.
Yeah.
How many merry-go-rounds? So those things of women of table banking, you may despise it because the amounts are small. The amounts are small. Sometimes they come carrying milk. One pack. You know, our mom was updating us the welfare associations this year. So one of them, you contribute 26 shillings. So to make sure I can comply, I just say how much of it for the whole year. So because the meeting and it's just 26. How did they calculate? How do you arrive at that figure? So it's a welfare association for funerals, for events, for this. And because you want to stay grounded, you're being updated on the 3 welfare associations and the plans. And this is 26. But when you look at their numbers and what they do, because they bring 26 shillings and half kilograms of maize and 1 kilogram of rice. Whenever there's an event, that's what you bring.
Yeah.
26 shillings.
1 kg of rice.
And a half of maize. So that's how you support the members when they have events. And then because you want to remain rooted with the people on the ground, women are very keen with those small things. Lean on them, my brother. Lean on them. Your mother has a number of them. Your wife has a number of them.
Yes.
And they may look like they're operating the monies that you don't respect. You're used to big volumes.
Yes.
But then they're saying 120, so, and they have a register. So, Margaret, you have 10 shillings balance. And they're there. That's a beating.
You're wondering.
When you finally hear the totals, you're humbled.
Yes.
The totals, they came to, I said, where did this come from? So they're saying when a member has a bereavement, 70,000. 70,000 from what? From 26.
26.
From 26. We have been in existence for 5 years and per month we are able to save this. Makes sense. So that capacity to incubate and grow things. Get a woman who is earning something. She will join groups. And when you're at a corner as a family, she can ask you, yeah, I have a chama. When do you expect to get it back? Okay. You say 3 weeks. Okay. And then another number will send. So you see a funny number sending you money. Those things, they come from women who work. If she's not earning anything, how will she join groups?
She can't.
Always release your woman to attend those small groupings. They are a lifesaver. One day, when you have a bereavement, God forbid, but this part of life, There are some things you can't handle. You need real people to lift the casket for you.
Yes.
My brother, some things.
Your money cannot lift up the casket.
Let me tell you. My boy groups when my father passed on handled him for me. You can't be there handling with all the feelings and now you're trying to lift this body. And you're the one. I had men, they did that for me, means you have time to grieve. Keep contact with real people. And when you marry, get a woman and release her. Some men try to tie their women at home. When you tie your woman at home, she becomes very toxic because all the energy she was supposed to release in the groups, you are the group.
Yes.
And the word will be poured out.
Yeah.
Let her go and process her life. As you meet at the end of the day, both of you are tired and you can sleep. What if you come and you are tired and she's fresh with stories for the whole day? And you are tired. Just had 30 minutes of battery power remaining.
Yes.
Yes. So the thing is, keep her working so that she can support you financially. Sometimes it's a lifesaver when it is a small money, but the situation is dire. It will save your life. Yes.
Wow. Thank you so much. Wow. What have you learned this beautiful day? If you're out there, women, we are telling you, there is no man who wants a woman who is not working. Because if you're not working, then it means you're not growing, you're not progressing. Who want to spend a life with someone who is not progressing? We all need to grow. And so, wake up and go and work, and you'll be able to grow and progress. Thank you so much. My name is Willie Kinyash.
This is the Benjamin Zulu Global. Welcome our viewers from all over the world to the home of the Heart Matters. We're converging to learn together because when you know better, you can do better. And a better life is what we all want. Better work life.